And more from Hamden to Hollywood, we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news. We definitely missed it.
From Hamden to Hollywood, we are your source for entertainment news.
Hello and welcome to #That. It's your girl, Vittas.
And I'm Kate Talk, and we are so excited to be here tonight hosting this very special show.
That's right, Katie, and we have a jam-packed show tonight, so let's just jump right into it.
On Friday, Quinnipiac held its Culture Fair. It was a fun day for students to learn about different cultures and backgrounds while enjoying games and food. The event took place outside on the quad and featured a fan favorite, bouncy houses and inflatables. And it was all hosted by Quinnipiac's Latin sorority, Chi Upsilon Sigma. After the Culture Fair on the quad, the Student Programming Board held a comedian night featuring Kayvon. He is a comedian who has starred in MTV's Disaster Date. The show started at 10 p.m. in Buckman Center with free snacks and drinks. SPB also held a raffle to win a JBL speaker. And don't worry, if you didn't win that speaker, SPB will have plenty of more stuff coming soon.
Katie, Quinnipiac hosts countless events here on campus, but I have to say, Relay for Life holds a really special place in my heart.
For sure, I couldn't agree more. It's such a fun day and so much fundraising takes place for the American Cancer Society.
You know, absolutely. And #That's AJ Roberts has the inside scoop at what really happened at Relay. Today is the very first day of fall, but you probably couldn't tell because it's 84 degrees outside. But don't worry, the Student Programming Board is reminding us that autumn is here with big news about Fall Fest. This year, Fall Fest is going to be looking a little different. SPB is partnering up with the radio station WQAQ, and one of the other big changes is that the Fall Fest will not be in South Lot like it has been for years. Fall Fest is finding its new home in the heart of campus on Quinnipiac's quad. The festival is set for Saturday, October 12th. Vendors open beginning at noon, and artists will be hitting the stage at 1 p.m. Our sources say that you do not want to miss Fall Fest this year, as there's going to be a plethora of free handouts for students. As always, keep up with #That for updates on the event as they come. Over the weekend, the U.S. celebrated National Queso Day. This celebration of liquid cheese was the most notably observed by Moe's Southwest Grill. Moe's gave out free 6-ounce cups of queso along with their always free tortilla chips to customers. No purchase necessary. And stay tuned for our very own taste test celebration of National Queso Day later on.
Christina, I have to tell you, nothing is better than Moe's queso, so I will stand by that until this taste test.
You know what, same Katie, and I can't wait to see if my mind changes at all, but for now it is time for our commercial break.
When we come back, we have our Emmy update and a ton to talk about with the Bachelor news. We'll be right back.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Tag that just in time for your weekly highs and lows.
And we have hashtagger Gabby Bralowski here with the latest and greatest. Gabby?
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have already started to show their son, Archie, the importance and greatness of giving back. They recently donated $5,000 under Archie's name, so now a swimming pool can be built in Guanhita Bay to teach locals how to swim. The donation was a shock to the owner of the foundation, Adam Knight, who has been waiting months to get this pool project started. All thanks to Archie and the royal family, kids will now be able to have a safe place to learn how to swim and train. This can continue to be the gift that keeps on giving. Moving on to an unfortunate low, Baron Hilton passed away on Thursday, September 19th. At the age of 91, he passed from natural causes. His granddaughter, Paris Hilton, shared a meaningful post about their bond on Instagram. She wrote, quote, "I am deeply saddened by the loss of my grandfather, Baron Hilton. He was a legend, a visionary, brilliant, handsome, kind, and lived a life full of accomplishment and adventure. Ever since I was a little girl, I have looked up to him as a businessman. I feel so grateful to have had such an incredible mentor. I always wanted to make him proud," end quote. Hilton is now survived through his 8 children, 15 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. He was a creative force that will never be forgotten about. But back on a high note, Will Smith just made a couple of high schoolers feel very lucky. This past Friday, Ellen sat down with 3 Memphis high school students about an act of kindness that had gone viral. Christopher and Antoine gave Michael clothes after kids bullied him for showing up to school in the same clothes every day. Will Smith saw this online and felt he needed to meet these kids and tell them how far kindness can really take you. He told them, quote, "What you did felt small to you, but I promise you that is exactly how human beings are supposed to interact with each other. Somebody is having a hard time and you help them. It's that simple," end quote. Smith gifted the 3 boys swag bags from his upcoming line, and he partnered with New Balance to do the same for all 600 kids in their school. It just really shows how far an act of kindness can really go. And that's all I have for this week's highs and lows. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Gabby, for the highs and lows. Now, Katie, I don't know about you, but I've been freaking out with all of this music news that's been coming out lately.
For sure, I definitely agree. There is a lot going on in the music world, and Sean Raggio and Alyssa Murphy have details about a big splash in the music scene. Sean, Alyssa, take it away.
What is going on, hashtag? It's your boy Sean, and today I'm joined by Alyssa Murphy and something I'd like to call Trunk Talk. Now, what's Trunk Talk? It's where we talk in the trunk of my car.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, no, it's pretty simple, but I heard something simply amazing on Twitter last week, specifically September 10th. Alyssa, why don't you tell them what it is?
All right, so Green Day, Weezer, and Fall Out Boy just announced that they're all going to be touring together. It's called the Hella Mega Tour, and they're going on tour summer of 2020, next year. And I'm super excited because they're just 3 huge names in music, and all these fans are going to come together and just come out to the show, and it's going to be super awesome.
And all 3 bands really complement each other.
Yeah.
Unlike back when, I think it was Fall Out Boy was with Wiz Khalifa?
Yeah, that was a few years ago, yeah. I mean, that kind of brought like a different crowd of people together, which is kind of cool, but I think this tour is going to be super cool because everyone's kind of going for the same reason, you know, like the nostalgia, they've been around for so long, you know, and like just the awesome show.
And looking to hear all their favorite songs, like for Fall Out Boy, Dance Dance, Sugar We're Going Down. Green Day's got American Idiot, Jesus of Suburbia,
like,
Basket Case.
I still remember just like dancing around my basement to Dance Dance by Fall Out Boy. The music video's playing on the TV, I'm screaming the words. Like, this is just gonna be really awesome to go to, I think.
Yeah, you know, Thanks for the Memories was one of the first songs I ever sat down and was like, I love this song, I want to learn every single word.
Yeah.
Back before I realized that you could just Google the lyrics, I hand wrote every single word to that song.
Holy.
But I'm kind of excited for Weezer. You know, I've never really listened to Weezer. I've only just aced My Name is Jonas on Guitar Hero.
Self-plug.
You know,
yeah, we get it.
huge. But, you know, they definitely have a couple of songs that I like. Say It Ain't So.
Yeah.
That
like,
got you singing for days.
the whole crowd will just come together. I mean, it's just awesome. They have so many iconic songs. Like Island in the Sun, everyone knows that song. Even if you don't know it's Weezer, you know that song.
That's me. She's calling me out.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be so awesome to go to this show. I mean, all 3 of the bands have just really awesome qualities, and they're all gonna be really cool.
So when are tickets on sale for it?
Tickets went on sale last Saturday, September 20th, and I'm trying to get these tickets really badly. I mean, I'm poor, but I'm trying, and I'm just gonna keep trying.
Gonna have to put in some extra hours at work. Praise be. But yeah, no, I think it's definitely worth it to see 3 bands that at least define so many people's childhoods, to be honest with you. I know Green Day did for me more than the other 2, but it's still, they all complement each other so well. It'll be a great show.
Yeah.
And as you heard, tickets are already on sale. So if you want to hopefully see one of us at this show, go get them after you finish watching #that tonight.
All right.
For Alyssa Murphy, I'm Sean Raggio. This has been Trunk Talk, Q30 Entertainment.
Bachelor Nation is buzzing after the Bachelor in Paradise finale and the announcement of the next Bachelor.
Katie, do not even get me started on the Bachelor news.
Thankfully, we don't have to. Some hashtaggers teamed up to spill the tea on Bachelor Nation.
My name is Maggie Smith, and I'm here today as a Bachelor analyst looking on this past season of Bachelor in Paradise. Now, I'm alongside Meredith Fox and Sophie Rogers. Now, going into today, there are so many things to look at on this past season of Bachelor in Paradise. Now, one of the first things I want to draw your attention to is the fight between Jordan and Christian.
Who could forget?
At the very beginning. They both got sent home because of this altercation. Now, first off, do you think that it was staged?
The fights, the people who get together, the people who break up, I just feel like none of it can be authentic if there's cameras all around.
You don't think they could
all
fall in
the
love?
time. In 3 weeks? Could you fall in love in 3 weeks?
Moving ahead, this was a very important season because of the fact that it brought awareness to the LGBTQ community. One of the contestants, Demi, came out as gay on the show and even brought her girlfriend onto the show, and they continued.
But why did she come on the show if...
I'm a bit with Sophie on this one, just in the issue that if they were a couple before the show started.
They didn't meet on the show.
There was another huge thing during this season, which was Blake. Now, Blake came in having had past relations with Kaylin, Christina, Hannah. What are your thoughts on contestants meeting up before the show even starts? Do you think it should be a fresh start getting there and meeting everyone? Or do you think it's okay to meet beforehand?
I feel like it gives them an advantage to the rest of the, they're already more comfortable. They already kind of know what they're in for. I feel like it's more fun for both the viewers and the contestants if they meet for the first time on the island.
I do agree, but...
even as someone who thinks it's staged, if they meet up before the show, then it's just even more obvious that it's not authentic.
Yeah.
But I think it's also more genuine when they meet for the first time.
I agree. Let me talk about the proposals.
Yes, we can. So, going into this, there were several couples that left happy. One of them that wasn't necessarily in the traditional way was Kaylin and Dean, because Dean came back and took Kaylin with him home, and he never proposed. But the finalists that did propose and that did walk away with an engagement were Demi and Christian.
Right.
We had Hannah and Dylan, and we had
Katie and Chris.
Katie and Chris. So what are your thoughts on the engagements?
I felt like everything they were saying meant nothing. They were just kind of saying words and phrases that sounded like, if you listen to them, you're like, oh, I guess they're breaking up, but it doesn't actually connect to anything that they did or felt in the real world.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like someone had just given them a sheet of like buzzwords to read off.
I do kind of agree, but also in the fact that they all have to propose on this one like square area.
Yeah.
Like
That's weird.
They don't
yeah.
even get to
No
personalize.
privacy.
Well, that and they don't get to personalize their engagement.
Well, I'm Maggie. Meredith, Sophie, this was Bachelor Breakdown, and that's all we have to say about this past season of Bachelor in Paradise. It was insane.
Thanks, guys. I am very excited to see Peter the Pilot as the next Bachelor, and I'm really shipping Mike and Demi Lovato, but like honestly, I really don't think that they're gonna last.
Honestly, Bachelor Nation is not my thing, but I might give this season a next try and see Peter take flight as Bachelor.
I see what you did there, Katie. More to come from #that. We'll be right back after the break.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Welcome back to #that.
From Hamden to Hollywood, we are your entertainment news source.
And we are dipping into our Hollywood news update with Alyssa Murphy, giving us the update on everything that is happening on the West Coast.
The Carter family has been experiencing some insane family drama lately. Nick of the Backstreet Boys and childhood pop star Aaron have been feuding. It started when Aaron made some pretty concerning statements about his struggles with schizophrenia and bipolar 2, saying he had thoughts of killing babies, and it all spiraled from there. Nick then alarmingly announced he was seeking a restraining order against Aaron, tweeting, quote, "In light of Aaron's recently alarming behavior and his recent confession that he harbors thoughts and intentions of killing my pregnant wife and unborn child, we were left with no choice but to take every measure possible to protect ourselves and our family," end quote. Aaron tried to gain power back in the situation by bringing up Nick's past history with sexual assault accusations, and then the feud became an even bigger mess. If you guys had to take a side here, whose would you take?
You know, I'm really not sure what side to take, if there even is a clear side to take.
That's a tough situation.
Yeah, honestly, really heavy topics there. It's really a lot to deal with.
Yeah. Alyssa, what do you think?
I don't know. It's just really all over the place. I feel like the argument is just very, very disorganized, and there's really not a lot that's relating to each other. They're kind of just all taking stabs at each other, and it's kind of serious stuff that you have to take seriously, even though you really don't really think that you want to, in a way.
Well,
it's something you don't want to believe
expert.
is happening.
Yeah, you're the expert. You know better than us.
I mean, I don't know. It's just something that's really crazy, you know? Like, sometimes celebrities do really crazy stuff, but this is something that's just very out of the blue.
Yeah. I feel like there's mental health issues at hand, and there's just like a lot of like deeper things that I feel like the public probably doesn't really know about. So I think it's not necessarily the fairest thing for us to like really pick a side, but I'm curious to see if they do like anything further.
I agree.
Okay, so Jonathan Van Ness of Netflix's Queer Eye has come out as HIV positive and has also spoken out about his experience with drugs and surviving sexual abuse. In light of the upcoming release of his new memoir entitled Over the Top, Van Ness said, quote, "It's hard for me to be as open as I want to be when there are certain things that I haven't shared publicly," end quote. Van Ness revealed that the abuse he endured as a child led him into drug and sex addiction, eventually exposing him to HIV. He chose to be transparent with his audience before the release of his book. What do you guys think about Van Ness's news?
Okay, Katie, and guys, Alyssa, I love Jonathan Van Ness. I listen to his podcast, Getting Curious with Jonathan, and like I watch Queer Eye religiously, and I really think he's fantastic, and I really do appreciate his honesty, and I could also see where he's coming from of like, he's so free and like open with his thoughts and feelings. Like if you just watch any episode of Queer Eye or listen to his podcast at all, you'll totally experience that. So I give him a lot of credit because sometimes when it is like a serious topic or like, especially like what he's talking about and what he's being open about, like I give him so much credit for opening up as much as he did so far.
I agree. It's a lot to come out with, and it's hard to say too, especially to the public, because you never know how people are going to react. So it's very brave of him to be able to do that, and it's hard to take that news too.
Yeah, definitely. Alyssa, are you going to buy the book?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know too much about him, but I really respect his decision to be open with the public, so I think I might. Okay, so after 2 months of dating, Miley Cyrus and Caitlyn Carter have split. The news about the couple came with the bombshell that Miley and now ex-hubby Liam Hemsworth were no longer together. The two girls' romance blossomed over the summer. However, that no longer seems to be the case. It seems crazy that just recently they were out and about in public showing great affection and having photo ops, and now suddenly they have parted ways. Neither of them have commented on this matter yet. Are you guys surprised with this breakup, or did you expect it?
I mean, after what Miley Cyrus has been through, I kind of expect it. Between going back and forth, the marriages, divorces, and things like that, I don't know what to expect anymore. She's all over the place, to be quite frank.
Hey, I love my side. I will rep her, defend her to the day I die. I do think that she needed more than Liam, like in a heterosexual relationship. So I'm proud of her for like taking the split, even though I do love them so much together. But yeah, this kind of breakup relationship rebound, if you will, didn't really surprise me. Alyssa, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really super surprised. I think she must have been in a pretty bad place after that split with Liam, after everything that they had been through, so I wasn't super surprised, but it is still kind of sad, you know.
Gotcha. And thank you so much, Alyssa, for we always look forward to your Hollywood news updates on #that.
When we come back, we finally get to dish about the Emmys last night.
Don't go anywhere. I have some hot takes that I need to share. We'll be right back.
There are amazing things to discover in the forest.
Toothless, time to go! What you picking up on, bud?
It's a whole hidden world of wonders. And the perfect place to spend time with family. What better place to let your imagination soar? Experience nature and create a memory you can share. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Welcome back. It's time. It's happening. Let's talk about the Emmys. Katie, were you on Twitter last night? I feel like tweets were flying around all about the awards and the red carpet looks.
Honestly, I'm not usually on Twitter for those kinds of things, but I heard a lot about it, so I'm ready to talk.
Okay, honestly, they're really iconic looks. There's A-list celebrities. I have to go into my favorite look of the night. She really surprised me. I didn't expect her to be my favorite look, but Joey King. Yeah. She was the star of Kissing Booth way back when, so she looks a little different than the movie, if you do know that movie, but she was also nominated for The Act. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. That stunning red dress. I think she really just, I don't know, she stunned me when I saw her. Yeah, I thought it was a beautiful look, very sophisticated. Her hair was a little different. I just thought she really mixed it up and really did well.
I feel like you can't go wrong with the ball gown.
You're
and
right.
that was your favorite. My favorite was Zendaya. She's a queen. If you don't know her, I don't know how you don't. But here she is in that beautiful green dress. I feel like it matches her skin perfectly. Yeah. Like she rocks it. And the shoes that match perfectly. Even the red hair, it looks really cool.
No, honestly, emerald green, that like forest greenish color is like super in, I feel. Also, she really looks like the mermaid vibes I'm getting. So I feel like that's very on trend for like the woman of color that's been casted for Little Mermaid. So I'm feeling it. But even though Zendaya is an absolute queen, one of my queens also really didn't hit her mark. Viola Davis, I worship her, but her look really just didn't do me well. I thought her hair was beautiful, makeup was beautiful, but the dress was like this black and white like twist thing, and like, I don't know, I just really didn't like it. I thought like you could probably get that at like any department store really.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you even would get it. Yeah,
to be honest.
I don't know. Yeah. She's amazing. She can wear whatever she wants. She goes to so many of these events. Like, I'm sure it's fine. She just didn't want to give her full effort. I get it.
My least favorite outfit of the night was Billy Porter. You know, I was seeing these on Twitter the day after. Really interesting, the long tie, the all dark colors, and the cowboy hat. That's my biggest problem. Look, if anyone knows me, you know that I'm a country girl at heart.
Yeah,
that is not the kind of cowboy hat I want to see.
You know, I think it's very like avant-garde, like a little different.
It's trying to be on the trends. Something's happening there.
You made a statement. I think the hat probably could pick up some like radio signals, like it was that large. I think it was a look that like it was. Okay, in a few years they're gonna interview him of like, what was like your least favorite look? I think that's gonna be the one.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's a little.
I think so too.
Yeah, there were definitely some big looks, some big wins and losses. I do want to mention one thing that really like is just so hilarious is that so Amy Adams, right, nominated for 6 Academy Awards, has never won one.
Sad.
She's fantastic. She was nominated for an Emmy last night, didn't get an award. Nope.
Very sad.
Isn't that crazy?
Really unfortunate.
It really blows my mind.
So now that's up 7 times.
Yeah.
And she hasn't won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. I don't know. But she's beautiful regardless.
I agree. But now it's finally time for the queso test we mentioned earlier in the show, and I already see my favorite. We're going to bring them on right now.
Ooh.
We'll try some queso. Haven't had it in a long time, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
I feel like every time I go to Moe's, I have to get queso because it's my favorite, but I feel like whenever I go to Chipotle, like I want the guacamole, so I don't get the queso because I feel like it's a little too much. So I'm excited for this taste test.
Yeah, let's see it.
Are we gonna do the same one at the same time?
I think so.
Okay, let's do Moe's because we love it. We're going in.
Ooh, it's pretty thick.
It's good like white.
I like it.
I mean, I just love it. It's so good.
It's really sweet. That's what I like about it. For sure. I mean, I'll save these for later too.
That's a big. I'm so glad we got a really big cup because I'm just feeling something.
Good job with that offset.
We love that. Here we go.
This?
It's got color.
Anybody see this?
Spice.
What?
I'm a little nervous because I can't handle any type of spice, and so like I'm a little nervous it's gonna be spicy.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sometimes I can. Sure.
Okay, let's hit it.
Ooh.
That was it's chunky. It's almost it's like kind of chunky.
It is spicy, you're right.
Yeah.
You prepared me for it though.
Get me some milk.
I'm not much of a spicy girl either. I gotta try it again though. I don't know which one.
Savoring. I had a lot on my chip. It was good.
A lot on my chip.
I think if you're into the spice, this is the one. If you're into like just beautiful creamy deliciousness,
Beautiful.
Then go for both.
Well, I think this one's your favorite then.
Yeah.
No? Yeah. Low-key. I also like this one. Yeah. Because I think this might be the favorite. So if you're looking for a good queso, go to Moe's and get this one.
You heard it here first.
I don't even know what it's called, but get the white one.
Get the queso. Okay, that is all the time we have here on #that for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in.
From C. Vittas and I to everyone in the control room and behind the cameras and this queso, thank you all tonight so much. It was a pleasure spilling all the tea on everything from Hamden to Hollywood.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Q30Entertain and toss us a like on Facebook. You won't regret it.
Tune into our show next week at 7 p.m. right here on Q30 TV. Good night, Bobcats.
That was fun. Okay, did we have a package for Emmys?